in the consciousness that is ever blissful. Put your consciousness that is in this body. Give up the gross and subtle body and be one, universal, whole. Be Shata. The Atman, the mirror in which the world is reflected. Know that as thine own self and be perfect. That is reality itself. That is your own real self. That is pure consciousness. One without a second, blissful itself, without form. বহুরূপীর মুখোশ পরে জন্মে জন্মে কত না দেহ যন্ত্রণা সহ্য করেছ, সং সাজতে সাজতে। এবার ধ্যাত্তেরি বলে পুঁটলিটা ত্যাগ করো, সংসার পুঁটলিটা ত্যাগ করো, করে বেরিয়ে পড়ো। দেখনি চুল ধরে টানতে টানতে নিয়ে গেল সীতাকে রাবণ, কি চিৎকার! আর ড্রয়িং রুমে দেখোকে যাও, এক বিড়িতে দুজনে টান দিচ্ছে। জন্মে জন্মে জন্মান্তরে কত নাটক করেছো বাবু, সবই নাটক, এটা মনে রাখা। নাটকের পর সব মিলেমিশে একাকার, না ভালো না মন্দ, না সৎ না অসৎ। এবার মিনিং অফ আই 293 সর্বাত্মনা all that you see is unreal, changing every minute. এই জন্যই জগত্তাম বলা হচ্ছে, যৎকিঞ্চ জগত্তাম জগৎ, ঈশাবাস্য ইদম সর্বম যৎকিঞ্চ জগত্তাম জগৎ। I cannot be that. I am an unchangeable something. I am the knower of all these changes. There is this awareness in me that I am the knower of everything. These things, the ego sense and other perceptions, cannot know anything. The real self is the witness of I, even in deep sleep, in the absence of all knowledge. Therefore it is eternal. The scripture says it is never born and is never existent. That is your real self, which is different from the manifested or unmanifested coverings. He who is the knower of all changes never undergoes any change. We have seen over and over again the unreality of these things in imagination, dream and sushupti. Therefore, give up the sense of I in this heap of flesh and bones. ত্যাগ করো দেহ তৃষ্ণা, দেহ ভাব, দেহ ভোগ, and in that which thinks I am the intellect, the ego, and knowing that one undivided consciousness that is beyond time and space as your own self, gain peace. শান্ত ভাবো, শান্ত হও। এইভাবে তুমি শান্তি পাবে। পেহি শান্তিম। Again, give up the sense of I in your family and lineage, in your name and in your form. All these rest in this rotten corpse. মরা দেহে পড়ে থাকো ওগুলো। And then the sense of I in the subtle body, the idea of doer and enjoyer, that also give up, সেটাও ছেড়ে দিতে হবে। বিজ্ঞানময় মনোময় সব দেহ থেকেই, and become one universal whole blissfulness self. Denunciation of egoism. There are so many distractions for the individual which are cause of worldliness, but of them all the first and root is egoism. Ego, আপনারা সকলেই জানেন। So long as one has any connection with that wicked ego, there is no possibility of liberation. As the moon, free from the dragon, shines in her own glory, so one being free from this ego again attain his real self. That which exists in this body, identifying itself with intellect, appears as I am, and with the complete destruction of that, shines the real self, free from all distraction. Blissfulness is like a jewel on the head. this jewel of blissfulness is protected by the great serpent of the ego, and with his three heads of the qualities, the three gunas. One must cut off these three heads by the great sword of discrimination. The discrimination that is prescribed in the scriptures, and not only that, these three heads will come out again. Such is the nature of this serpent, Medusa. Abar gajay. So you must root that serpent out, then you can get possession of that gem. Only the steady and thoughtful can take possession of it. As long as there is a tinge of poison in the body, how can you expect any ease, any comfort? So when you have done away with this ego completely and destroyed the different kinds of distractions that arise, moner moddhe bohubido je dondho, chanchalota, then by the discrimination, I am that, you can attain to the truth. Therefore, give up by force this ego, the idea of I am the doer and enjoyer, which is the cause of all this bondage and troubles. বাস এত কথা ভেতরে এই কথাটিকে ধরে রাখতে পারলে কিন্তু সব থেকে সুবিধে, যে এই যে নাহম তু হু ঠাকুরের একটা কথা, লাখ কথার এক কথা, আমি ডুয়ার নই, আমি কর্তা নই, নাহম, না আমি নয়, তুমি, which is the cause of all bondage and evil, error, this world, death, birth and old age. All these you have got by identifying yourself with this ego. Though in reality you are the blissful, pure consciousness. You are the blissfulness itself, ever conscious, always uniform, the conscious Lord of all, ever glorious. This ego, the enemy of the self, concealed like a thorn in the throat. Take it out with the instrument of discrimination and enjoy the blissfulness of your own kingdom to your heart's content. Then doing away with the actions of this ego, that is giving up all desires other than obtaining the real self and attaining eternal bliss by the knowledge of the self, remain in that changeless Brahman in full. Even when this great ego has been cut down to its root, if it is attended to, even for a moment, it revives again and causes hundreds of distractions as the clouds in the rainy season, dispersed after a short time, again collect. Therefore, কত রকম ভাবে উপমা দিয়েছেন। Therefore, after subduing this enemy of the ego, you should not give it any respite at all by thinking, na, amar kaaj shesh hoye geche, na. Because that is the cause of its revival. তুমি যেই মুহূর্তে নিজের ভেতরে ভাববে যে হয়ে গেছে, তখনই সে আস্তে আস্তে আবার বাজাতে শুরু। As water is the cause of the revival of the lemon tree. একটু জল পেলেই হলো। He that remains in the body, as we are now full of desires, how can he be purified of all desires? Therefore, without seeking after the pleasures of the senses, one must give that up. The seeking after pleasure arises from the sense of separation from the self. By selfish work, we increase the seed of desire, and if we stop selfish actions, we stop the seed. Therefore, one should stop all selfish action. Impossible আজকের যুগে, তাই না? তবু বলে যাওয়া গেল, তিনি বলে গেছেন এইভাবে, যতটা পারা যায়, যেটুকু পারা যায়, একটু অন্যের জন্য ভাবা, একটু অন্যের জন্য করা, নিজের খুব একটা কম না পড়লে একটু নাই কম পড়লো। By the increase of selfish work, one increases desires, and by increase of desires, one increases selfish work. এ একটা চক্রব্যূহ, and that way the world by entanglement goes on. It never ceases. It never ceases. Therefore, one who would like to do away with the bondage of the world must burn this tube fully. How? By giving up internal thought and external work that are selfish by nature. যে কাজ বাঁধবে সে আর করা চলবে না। একটা সময় অন্তত আসুক, কিছু দিনের জন্য যদি করা যায়, যদি মনটাকে পরিষ্কার করে যাবার আগে। এইটুকুই চিন্তা, এইটুকুই ভাবনা থাক আজকের এই প্রকরণের এইটুকু জায়গাতে। ওম হ্রিং রামকৃষ্ণ।